Hello class, this video is still on chapter 2, all about physical security. So to continue, we have here now the so-called walls. So ano nga ba yung tinutukoy natin na walls? So don't be confused, pag sinabi po nating walls, that is actually the one that is attached dun sa protected building po natin, okay? Unlike dun sa fence na tinatawag natin, yung fence po that is somewhat separated po dun sa protected area natin. So, yun, in comparison, fence po natin that serves as the first line of defense po natin usually. And then, itong walls po natin na ito, the one that is connected dun sa building, serves as building exteriors po natin or serves as the second line of defense po natin. So, under walls, meron po tayo yung tinatawag na masonry walls. So, what do we refer pag sinabing masonry walls or masonry? So, usually, it is made up of concretes. So, ano po bang halimbawa niyan? So, it's either made up of bricks in some places. Meron din po yung stones. Okay? If not stones, marbles, squares, or tiles. Okay? Pero yung pinaka-common sa atin, ano yung pinaka-common sa atin? Yung tinatawag natin na blocks. Okay? So, usually, hollow blocks yung ginagamit natin in our infrastructures here in the Philippines. Okay? And then yun, masonry walls actually that can be used also or sometimes they use it as a solid fence. Okay? They will construct it as a solid fences natin. So, what is the criteria or what was the principle behind in order for us or if we use masonry walls as a perimeter barrier po natin? So, sabi po dyan, it should be the same height as the concertina wire. I mean, the chain link. Okay? So, ano po ba yung height, again, ng chain link natin in installation of chain link? So, the height should be at least 7 feet also. Same as with masonry walls. Pag ginamit natin to as perimeter barriers or yung tinatawag natin na masonry na ito. Okay, and then yun, same height as the chain link and surmounted by a barbed wire top guard. So, ano ulit yung top guard na sinasabi natin? So, it is the one that is or that serves as an additional protective measure, okay? Para hindi madaling akyatin ng intruder yung walls natin or yung tinatawag natin na masonry walls natin or in other words, solid fence po natin. So, paano naman kapag yung pagka-install natin ng masonry natin, it is less than the prescribed one? So, ano po ba yung prescribed ulit? It should be at least 7 feet. Paano kapag sabihin natin 3 feet lang yung pagkaka-install natin or pagkaka-construct natin ng masonry that serves as perimeter barrier natin? So, yun, advice po dyan or it is said to be, it should be installed with an additional chain link, okay? That will serve as stopping po natin. So, as you can see in the picture. So, yun, kung ma-observe ninyo, yung height lang po ng masonry walls natin or yung masonry dyan na na-install is somewhat 2 feet only. Okay? So, yun, anong ginawa nila? Dinagdagan nila ng chain link. Okay? That is an additional protective measure. Now, let us proceed to the specifications for installation of windows. Under number 1, it was mentioned that windows should be protected with grill. If not grill, we have here wire, heavy screening, or chain link fencing. So, bakit po kaya? Simply lang naman, this serves as an additional protective measure din. Kasi sabi nga natin the last time, windows can be used as a point of entry in order for the outsiders or if not outsiders, pwede rin nating magamit as entry point natin para makapasok sa loob, okay, ng building natin. So yun, in order for us to avoid those instances, kailangan din nating installan ng grills yung mga buildings natin. Okay? In order na hindi magamit as entry or point of entry ng mga outsiders natin. So, yun. Meron nga lang disadvantage yan, usually. Pag ininstallan natin yan ng grills, yung mga bintana natin, merong disadvantage yan. Yes, may advantage. May iwasan natin makapasok yung mga outsiders dito sa loob natin. Okay? However, pwede rin yan na makasama sa atin. In what way? Just imagine na lang magkaroon tayo ng sunog. Okay? So anong mangyayari sa atin? Saan tayo pwedeng lumabas? Sabihin natin na trap tayo sa loob. Hindi tayo makadaan doon sa pintuan. Or sabihin natin sa exit or fire exit natin, sarado rin, hindi tayo makadaan. Ngayon, ang pwede lang nating daanan during that time or if we encounter such circumstances, ang pwede lang madaanan kung minsan ay yung mga windows natin. So, paano na lang kapag na-installan yan ng grills? Hindi kasya ang tao para makalabas doon. So, yun. It is advisable also that if we are going to install grills doon sa mga bintana natin, kinakailangan na yan ay detachable. Paano detachable? Okay, pwedeng matanggal or mabuksan in order for us na pwede nating magamit as point of exit naman kapag tayo ay natrap sa loob ng building. Okay, in cases of fires. So yun, ang advice dyan, nabubuksan siya, then lagyan natin ng locks. Okay, lagyan natin ng lock in order for us to secure also. So yun, nabubuksan na parang pintuan and then nilalak na lang natin. So ganun po yung gagawin natin in installation of grills dun sa bintana natin so that we can use that as a point of exit natin in times of fire. Now, let us proceed on number 2. So under number 2, it was mentioned there the use of screen windows or screen on our windows. In order for us to avoid those instances na pwedeng gamitin yan ng mga employees natin to dispose or temporarily dispose yung mga items na meron tayo sa loob. Okay, not only yung mga employees natin but also pwede yung mga customers natin na nasa loob, especially if that is a grocery store. And then malapit sa window yung mga items mo. So in order for you para maiwasan yon, lagyan mo ng screens yung mga windows mo para hindi yan pwedeng pagpuslitan ng mga intruders or ng mga magnanakaw natin or ng mga employees mo ng mga items na meron ka dun sa loob. Okay, so that is what was being mentioned under number 2. Number 3, it was mentioned there that any window less than 18 feet from the ground or less than 14 feet from trees, or if not trees, we have here poles or adjoining buildings, should receive same protective treatment such as iron grills or screens. So, tandaan ninyo yung numero dyan. Kapag mas mababa pa ng 18 feet, yung pulgada or yung height, okay, ng window or yung layo ng window mo from the ground or yung taas ng window mo from the ground is less than 18 feet, automatic kailangan mong lagyan yan ng grills. Kasi pag sinabi nating specifications, parang standard po yan. That is to avoid or that is for additional security measures po natin. And then, sabi pa dyan, kapag naman 14 feet naman yung distance ng window mo from the trees, poles, or poste, kung ano pa man yan, kinakailangan mo ding lagyan ng grills. So, bakit kaya? Kasi pwede nilang gamitin yan ulit, yung windows mo, para pasukin. So, yun, gagamit sila ng mga ladder. Pwedeng gumamit ng ladder, yun, i-connecta dun sa window mo. So, pwede nilang mapasok. Kung hindi man, gamitin yung poste, gagamit sila ng wires, para yun, ikakabit dun sa window mo, pwede na silang makapasok dun, or gamitin as point of exit din, or point of entry. So, it's either doon sa dalawa. Pwede nilang gamitin para pumasok din sa building mo and then, yun, pag nag-success sila doon sa pagnanakaw doon sa building mo, then that's the time they can use also as point of exit. So, yun, iwasan na yan ay dapat lagyan ng grills kapag lumagpas or mas mababa dyan sa na-mention na numbers natin dyan. 18 feet from the ground and then 14 feet from other trees or from poles or other buildings. So, tandaan po ninyo yan. So, now we have here the specification for installation of doors. So, under number 1, it was mentioned that it is necessary for door hinges that should be installed with the screws concealed. So, tandaan po ninyo yan. Yung door hinges na tinutukoy po natin, yan yung nagko-connecta doon sa pintuan natin, doon sa may building natin or doon sa wall natin. Or in other words, doon sa jamb. Okay? So, ano yung jamb na tinutukoy natin? Yan po yung part ng door kung saan kinakabit or yan yung yan yung humahawak mismo doon sa pintuan natin, as you can see in the picture. Okay? So, anong kailangan daw gawin? Dapat nakatago yung screws, hindi yan dapat nakalabas. Kasi anong mangyari? Pag nakalabas yan, napakadali pong tanggalin yan. So, instead na yung lock yung ipipick nila, yung screw na lang ng hinges yung tatanggalin nila. Mas madali. So, yun yung disadvantage niyan pag nakalabas. So, it is necessary na kailangan yung itago. Paano naman kapag bakal? Kasi meron yung mga bakal na pintuan natin, di ba? Kung saan natin ikakabit yung door natin. Meron yung mga bakal na made of door, and then yung building, it is, or yung walls nila, or yung post ng walls nila, it is made up of metal. So, yun, kailangan din, mas maganda rin dyan, kailangan din naka-welding siya, or it was mentioned there, it should be welded also. So, that is, in times na yung ginamit mo is bakal yung pintuan, and then bakal din yung pagkakabitan mo. Okay, and then in number 2, it was mentioned that door must be, or heavy construction, hung in a form sufficiently strong to avoid prying. So, yung prying po na tinatawag natin, or in other words, the use of force in order to move or open. So, yun, para hindi madaling masira through the use of force. Yan yung tinutukoy natin. So, tandaan ninyo, pag sobrang napakagaan po niyan, pwede lang po yung pasok basta-basta. Under number 3, it is just the same on the one that we have mentioned a while ago. So, in order for us, or in order for the doors, or the screws, or the locks, or what we so-call the bolts of our doors, in order for it not to be easily removed, so ano yung gagawin natin as we have mentioned a while ago? Then it should be hide. Okay? So, kailangan nating itago yung mga yun in order for us, or in order for it not to be easily removed. And then in number 4, it was mentioned the use of grills and screens. So, kailan natin gagamitan yan or i-install yan? Kung yung doors natin is made up of glass panels, okay? Or made up of glass. So, kinakailangan natin yan in order to protect also the glass of our doors. Then, we should install at least grills, or kung hindi man grills yung install natin, yung screens, okay? That is to protect also the doors, and then the glass doors, para hindi yan madaling basagin ng mga perpetrator. Okay, so practicality lang naman din yan. And then we have here number 5, it is essential that the jamb be of a strong construction as the door or the lock. So, yung na-mention natin kanina, yung jamb, as you can see in the picture, that is actually the one, or the part wherein the door is attached to. Okay? So, yan yung parang housing ng ating pintuan. So, anong kinakailangan dyan? Kailangan din made of heavy materials, or sabihin natin heavy duty. Okay, na hindi madaling masira, or hindi madaling matibag yan. Okay? So, that is what is being mentioned here. So, walang silbi na napakalaki ng door mo, or napakatibay ng pintuan mo, kung yung jamb naman, kung saan mo inattach yung door mo, is madali lang masira. Take note, yung humahawak dyan sa pintuan din is yung jamb. Okay? Or yung kung saan naka-attach yung door mo is yung sa jamb din. So, yun, walang silbi yan. Kung napakadaling masira naman ng jamb mo, then walang silbi ang napakatibay na door mo. So, it should be also considered, or of strong construction, as mentioned in number 5. And then in number 6, it was said there that the locking bolt must be at least an inch into the jamb for security and to help prevent spreading. So, wag masyadong malawakan yung space between, or yung gap between the door and then the jamb. Okay? So, yun, aside from para hindi ka masilipan, or hindi pwedeng gawing visual access ng mga nasa labas, kasi kung masyadong malawak yan, pwedeng gawing silipan yan, pwede nilang makita kung ano yung nangyari dun sa loob. Aside from maiwasan natin yan, maiwasan din natin yung madaling pagkasira ng ating doors. So, pwede lang nilang yan pasukan ng metals, and then yun, ifo-force nila yung door mo, and then masisira. Okay? So, wag nyong masyadong lawakan yung space. So, ano yung sabi dyan? At least an inch, okay, into the jamb for security. So, meaning it is less than 1 inch. And now we have here number 7, cylinder should be flush or inset to prevent there being wrench out or pop. So, mas maganda din dyan ang kailangan yung gawin sa cylinder. Yung cylinder na tinutukoy natin, ito yung parang bukasan mismo ng pintuan natin. The one that we turn in or turn, the one that we turn, sometimes yung iniikot natin para mabuksan yung pintuan. So, anong kailangan gawin dyan? Mas maganda po dyan, naka-inset. Okay, paano naka-inset? Parang nakabaon. Okay, hindi yung nakalabas. Kasi, self-explanatory naman yan. Siyempre, kapag nakalabas yan, pwede nilang i-force yung ginagawa ninyo sa pintuan ninyo kapag nakalimutan nyo yung susi, 'di ba, sa loob. So, yun, imagine na lang nakalabas yan, madaling i-force yan na sirain. So, lagyan mo lang, kuha ka lang ng gamit mo doon ng metal and then pwede mong i-force yung cylinder, okay, or yung bukasan ng pintuan or yung knob. So, mas maganda yung piliin natin for security purposes, piliin natin na cylinder or yung bukasan natin, yung knobs natin, instead of yung mga nakalabas, piliin natin yung pwede nating ibaon, okay, or yung installation niya nakabaon mismo doon sa kahoy ng door natin or doon sa kung metal man yan, okay, or any material. Basta so long as it should be considered inset, sabi dyan. Take note, those are the specification for installation of doors, especially in considering security. Okay, so that is the end, or that is all about the specification of installation of doors. Now we have here bodies of water. As we have mentioned the last time, we can use it also as perimeter barrier. Okay, and it is considered as under the natural barriers po natin. So, anong example po natin dyan nung nakaraan? Meron po tayo yung rivers, lakes, March Cataract. Itong March Cataract na tinutukoy natin na ito, it is somewhat a river also. Parang, lang yan, parang river din yan. So, anyway, we have here sea pond and any other bodies of water. So, in any forms, ayun nga lang, meron din dyan na mention. Kasi hindi natin masasabi na pag ginamit, masasabi or magre-rely lang dyan na yan, pag meron na tayo dyan or surrounded yung area natin ng bodies of water, hindi na tayo gagamit or mag-install ng ibang additional protective measures. So, kinakailangan din dito na papasok yung combination of barriers natin. Okay? Meron na dyan, combination between structural and natural barriers. So, yun, dun sa may gilid ng sabihin natin, dun sa may gilid ng bodies of water na na yan, okay, sa may gilid, okay, doon sa boundary, pwede nating installan yan ng fences also, structural fences na meron tayo. So, that will serve as additional delay or additional deterrence doon sa mga unauthorized entry papasok sa ating area of or our protected area.